Hi, my name is Tammi Downs, and I contacted Jason with Spiritual Babies for the Leaving Jesus segment, and here is my experience with leaving the church. Okay, first question is, how long ago did you lose faith in the New Testament? I would say that I started in that direction, probably around Rosh Hashanah of 2014. I didn't lose faith right away, but I started going to the Messianic church at that time, and in the Messianic circle, it's expected to learn more about the Hebrew aspect of the New Testament and the Hebrew and Jewish aspects of Christianity, roots of the church. So in studying that is how I started to lose faith in the New Testament. Learning more about Judaism caused that to happen. 2. When you begin your journey, what was your faith? Did you lose faith in Jesus at the same time? When I started my journey into Judaism, it didn't happen directly. I was a born-again believer with an evangelical, non-denominational church. Very much, if you don't believe in Jesus, you go to hell church. There's only one way. And I didn't lose faith in Jesus right at the beginning. Like I said, I started to try to get closer to God. I wanted to know more about him. I wanted to try to serve him as best as I could, the way that he wanted me to. And that led me into the Messianic or Hebrew roots of Messianic Christianity, the festivals and the laws and that type of thing. And as I began to study more about Judaism and study more of that is where the questions started. So it was a gradual thing, and it started with the New Testament first. And then when my faith was unraveling in the New Testament, that's when it started unraveling with Jesus. But it started with the New Testament first, and then it just kind of spilled over onto Jesus. 3. What events led you to question the New Testament? The biggest thing that I can remember is that in the Messianic church and the Messianic circles, the pastor would always say, the gospel is for the Jew first and then to the Gentile, was what Paul said in the New Testament. And that used to always make me feel like a second class, the gospel is for the Jew first and then the Gentile. Okay, well, but I'd look around the church and I'd see everybody in the church was a Gentile. I only knew 2, maybe 3 people in that church that were actually born Jewish. So, I'm thinking, well, if the gospel is for the Jew, then why aren't they listening? What is it that they're not understanding? What is it that is not making them join in droves, So I decided I need to find out, and I was not going to ask a Christian because I already knew the Christian answer. The Christian answer was they had veils over their eyes, they were spiritually blinded, that's why they didn't understand, blah, 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 blah. I decided I was going to go to a Jew. But I didn't know any Jews. No religious Jews. I live in Birmingham, Alabama. I didn't really know any. So I went online and I typed, why do Jews not believe in the Christian Messiah or something like that. All kind of things came up. Most of them were, church related, but I found somewhere in that search led me to Rabbi Tovia Singer, Outreach Judaism, Rabbi Michael Skobac, Jews for Judaism. And from those two, looking at their videos, and I ended up buying Rabbi Tovia's books and just devouring them. That was when the New Testament started to unravel for me. That was when my Christian faith began to fall apart. 4. How did it make you feel when you were questioning the validity of the New Testament? At first I was scared about what I was uncovering, and then I began to get angry, and I felt betrayed. I felt sad. I felt I was so angry. I think betrayal and anger were the best descriptions that I can give you, because I was devout. I I loved Jesus. And to find out that it wasn't true, it was so hurtful to me. It was very hurtful to me. And, but I had a choice. It was either stick with the lie or go with the truth. And I wanted to serve Hashem. And I had asked him to show me the truth. And I believe that's what he did. So I had to trust him and go with it. So it was very hard. It was a very rough time. What effect did your leaving Jesus have on your personal relationships with family and friends? Well, most of my friends were through the church, so most of those friendships are non-existent now. The biggest hurdle has been at home, my marriage, because my husband is very still involved with the church. He actually was ordained while I was going through this. So he is a pastor and he's very committed, which is a big problem right now between us, because just as he is committed to the church as I was, I'm now just as committed to Judaism and raising our children as Jews. So we have a problem, needless to say. So that has been the roughest thing, and we're still working on it. Six, is your understanding of a relationship with God different now than before? I think so, because now everything falls on me, or more or less. In other words, it's not the blood that's going to save me. It's me doing what Hashem says to do, doing his mitzvot, carrying out his mitzvot, teaching my children to carry out his mitzvot. I'm responsible for my salvation, not anybody else. And I think it's brought me closer, because I want to please him. I want to do what's right. So I'm constantly studying from the rabbis, constantly studying Torah, trying to learn everything I can about Judaism, trying to learn Hebrew so that I can read it in the original language so that I can know what he says, So I think that it's brought me closer to him. I'm happier as far as my relationship with him. What would you say to someone who has questions about the New Testament? I would say keep questioning. I would say search out Rabbi Tovia Singer, Outreach Judaism. Search out Jason at Spiritual Babies, and William at Tanakh Talk, and Rabbi Skobach at Jews for Judaism. I mean, they were just incredible with helping me learn, and of course, through them and their websites and YouTube videos, you reach other people who are going through the same exact thing, so you're not alone. You don't feel so alone. It keep asking questions, but they are great resources. And don't let anybody deter you or tell you that you're going to go to hell for these questions. No. God doesn't mind our questions. Hashem does not mind our questions. So that's one thing that I've learned. Were there people who helped you on your journey at any point? Primarily the people that helped me were on the internet. Rabbi Tovia, Rabbi Skobach, William with Tanakh Talk, Jason Spiritual Babies, April Neforez. I hope I'm saying your name right, April. I learned of her through contact with somebody that here in Birmingham that was part of her Leaving Christianity group on Facebook. So but the rabbis and their websites and YouTube videos were really, really what oh man, you learn so much from them. They helped me a lot, so, and led me to other people that are also very helpful. What is the best thing about being where you are now, and what is the most challenging? The best thing is that I feel like I'm going in the direction that Hashem wants me to go, and then I feel closer to him and I'm happy. Most challenging thing right now is my marriage and my relationship with my husband. So that is the hard part. And if you could go back and change one thing, what would it be? It would be either not to wait so long to become Jewish, or the main thing would be that my husband would walk this path with me and we would do it together, and do this conversion together to raise our family together under Hashem's Torah. That would be the one thing that I would definitely want to change, to do this with him. So, thank you for this time, Jason. Thank you for this opportunity. Baruch Hashem. Blessings to everybody, and just thank you for putting everything out there for us to learn and to grow from. Appreciate everything that you and others like you, Jason, do. Thank you.